55 is into room 55 after the race
I believe that is Ed Lappy Jr., our winner, in car number 55 Junior. It is the 75 and the 22 doing early battle. They go through the X for the first time. And we have a new leader, but he hit immediately.
Well,
so he is cleaned out. And it is the 55, our best appearing car, is taking over first place. Ed Lappy Jr.
Well, he's got some traffic to face at the X here, Mike. Look out, man. Whoa! He taps one car.
And Dave Evans in car number 75 is taking over the top spot.
The Dragmobile of 55 is running second.
So how long, Raleigh, do you think he'll be able to stay as the best appearing car after all this fracas? Evans is leading, and it's Lappy in second place. Here comes Evans to the X. He has to stop, and he who hesitates loses the lead.
And
Lappy takes over.
All right, our best appearing car in the lead. He's lost his monument, but that's all right. I'm sure he's not at all concerned about that.
He'd rather trade it in for a trophy anytime.
Here he is, safely through again, and the 75 still holding on to second, and car number 3 battling for the number 2 spot. Unable to do it right now.
Well, here comes action. And a good maneuver by the 75. Evans keeps his spot.
Well, look at those three, nose to tail, as they head for the X. Who will it be coming through? They have a free pass, and Evans is through, and the 3 car takes over second place, Bob Carlson.
He found some clear skies, but he screeches into the turn, and that enables Bob Carlson to take over the lead. Bob Carlson in car number 3, and that lead didn't last long as the 75 gets it right back.
Boy, talk about lead swapping. It's really going on here.
And as you speak, it's Carson back into the lead.
Look at the crowd at the X. Well, this will be interesting. The 3 takes the long way around, and it proves to be the smart way. He gets tapped by the 75, and that enables Dave Evans to take the lead back. Car 75 back in front.
The bump and run worked that time for Evans, but he has to hesitate through the X. But he stays ahead of Bob Carson.
Then here comes the 55 in third place.
So Ed Lappy is still in contention. Here comes Evans. He finds the clear skies on the outside, but following him through is Bob Carson. And no difficulties either for our third place car of Ed Lappy. And now look at Carson. He has taken over the lead.
Now the 3, yes sir, he's back on top. Lappy appears to be falling off the pace in the 55. Still hanging in there, but falling further behind. Okay, here comes the 3 of Carlson. He's at the X, takes the long way around, gets his way through. And the 75 of Evans behind him.
Boy, Evans was able to get by the 34 car in a very novel way, knocking him out of the way. But
there.
No problems that time.
And your leader just completed another lap, so 7 laps now complete.
Here comes Carson. He has to wait for the traffic to clear. And look at Evans taking advantage of it. And now Evans has propelled himself into first place. Evans is taking the lead away from Bob Carson.
What a battle they're having.
Oh, and Carson gets nailed. Or Evans gets nailed by Carson. But Evans bounces right back, Raleigh.
Yes, look at him go. He screeches and squeals, and out of turn 4 he goes. This is great. Heading for the X one more time, a crowd awaiting them. But There they are, safely through. And look at Evans. And this time he sends the 3 spinning. Payback. There's an expression about that we won't use.
Well, now, as Evans having trouble, he has to wait through the X when he's able to make it clear. So it is Evans in car number 75. We have completed 9 laps.
Uh-oh, look at the heavy smoke coming out of the 75 car. It might be just, well, yeah, it might be a little more than tire smoke now.
It looks like big-time smoke.
And the 3 still hanging in there, and here comes the 33. He's making his presence known now.
But even with all that smoke, Evans remains fired up. He still leads our race. Let's take a look as the 75 goes through the action zone. And he finds room to the far outside.
The car to watch right now, Matt, is the 33, driven by Robert Weiss of Mechanicsville, New York. Came a long way to be with us, and he doesn't want to go home without a trophy.
Well, he's come a long way to get into contention, too.
Yeah, he was way, way back. He was a late entrant. And now he's running in 3rd place. And these, our 3 leaders are doggone close. Here they are at the X. 75, 3, 33. All safely through.
Now look at the 3 of Bob Carson. He has overtaken Evans in the 75.
The 51 is lapped, by the way, Matt, so he's not in contention. Uh-oh, and the 33.
Is Weiss after that spin.
He's trying to get restarted. Hasn't been able to do it yet. How would you like to be in car 72? It's been sitting at the X since lap 1, and he sees all these cars flying by him, every which direction.
I would be hiding under the front seat.
All right, meanwhile, we'll check back the 3 coming into the X one more time to complete lap 13. 2 laps to go.
Bob Carson was able to get inside the 6X. So 2 laps left. Let's see if Evans has anything left to throw at Bob Carson. No difficulties through the X that time for Carson, but in hot pursuit is car number 75 of Evans. We should have a very exciting finish. Those 2 drivers have battled throughout the race. White flag in the air. Carson 1 lap away from a comeback victory.
Rock Falls, Connecticut, the home for Bob Carlson, and he's on his way to a victory. Here he comes through the X safely. A half lap remains. And he has looked strong. Here he comes around turn 2, heading for the X and the checkered flag. Can he make it one more time? Yes, he does. There's our winner. Car number 3, Bob Carlson of Rock Falls, Connecticut.
I think, Raleigh, his car got hit from every conceivable angle, and he still managed to win our heat race.
Yeah, he got spun out by Dave Evans, and that looked like the end, but he came back very nicely. So our congratulations to Bob Carlson on his victory. Well done indeed. So there we have it for our 3 full-size Enduro heats. Our winners, as well as those competitors who are still able to run, will be back a little later on. So we now move to our 4-cylinder Enduro, and this is the final in this division. So this is for all the marbles among the 4-cylinder cars.